Live. Cool. Live. All righty then. I'm going to make sure everything's working while people show up. Test again. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not going to test the chat because Michael Coco's here. Hey, Michael. What up, dude? What'd you do today? Let's make sure it's working here. And yard work. Cool. All the chats are working. What did I do today? I didn't do much yet. House chores, laundry. After this, I gotta go grocery shopping, and then I gotta wash my fucking dog. Oh my God. She's so dirty. I've just been really putting that one off. And you fixed Chelsea. God, good. She needed some fixing, you know? I still find it so funny that it's called Chelsea. I always think back to that first time I made that comment when we found out that we were going to be getting this spinner named Chelsea. And I thought oh, great. My wife's going to be screaming at me going who the fuck is Chelsea? All right. Let's see who else might come. Because I'll mention it again when there's more people here, but it would be nice to do just a little giveaway of a little thing, but I'm not going to do it unless there's at least 3 people at the end, because otherwise it's just not going to really work. It's kind of oh, it was one person. No, here you go, Michael. Here's the thing, right? So my girl told me those exact words when I said Chelsea was dead. Yep. Hi, Abigail Bay. Good. We're at 2 people. I think by the end we should have at least 3 if we want to do the little giveaway thing that I kind of have planned. So we'll see. If there's anyone here that's not commenting, just let me know, or just say hi or whatever. And then, we know that we have enough to kind of do that. We're going to be looking at shorts from the past that got more than 1,000 views. 1,000 views or more. Hey, Vinny, how you doing? Grab a fidget, grab a drink. I'm drinking water. We're just going to hang out. I'm going to hang out, watch some fidget shorts. I'm going to talk about them. So, yeah, we're going to talk about ones. So my rule is that they have to have had more than 1,000 views on YouTube. And this is just ones that I've posted kind of thing, because I want to look at the short and kind of critique it a little bit egotistical, but oh well. And then I'm going to tell you guys whether or not that fidget in that short is still in my collection or not, and why, right? So is it one that has stood the test of time, or has it moved on and gone somewhere else, right? So I think we should probably get started. I think everything's working, which is good. So we are just going to do it from here. So we have to go back to the beginning. I'm going to make this a view 50 at a time so it doesn't take as long. Got to get back to, 289 of these things now? In the beginning, there were no fidgets, only clicky pens. Seriously, it is kind of amazing that, like, I wasn't even around then, but like 2017, that's like the time that it like started. 2017. It's kind of crazy. I half kick myself for like not being around at that time, and then I'm half like, I couldn't have afforded it then anyway. Okay. So they have to have at least 1,000 views. So nothing there. Here. Oh. Okay, well this one doesn't even have a fidget in it. I know that for sure. And this one's got, oh, you can't really see it through chat. You'll have to trust me. It's got 1,131 views. But you know what? Fuck it. We'll watch it anyway because it actually segues into some cool information. So this is just me like talking about something. So I don't know about you, but I love to stay organized. So I keep all of my wrap accessories in this old cigar box that I got from the local tobacco shop. I still have it. Go in there and they'll let you have any of their old cigar boxes by donation. And then they give all the proceeds to the SPCA. I think that's pretty awesome. So I got everything I need in there. Screwdriver, cloth, cleaning. Back when that was all I had. Every single kind of insert. And then my magnets, I actually keep up here because it's way better than them all sticking to each other in a box. Still keep them up there, actually. There's a shelf that I have above my computer, and then I found this piece of metal literally in the woods, so I can just conveniently stick them right there and grab whatever I need. I really like it. So that actually is super convenient, like having that there. And it's still there, actually. Yeah, it's still there, and I have a new setup now. Like I used to be over there, but now I moved all into the corner. Second, I have a note here from the wife. Okay. How's the quality, everyone, guys? My wife's telling me that the quality was crap when she was looking at it. So is anyone getting bad quality stuff? Anyway, let me know. Looks pretty solid. Okay, cool. Well, guys, let me know. Like, I'm still learning this stuff and learning this like software and all these things. And there's so much crap to learn. Like all the bit rates and stuff is huge about what you're supposed to stream it into and all that stuff. Okay, that's 2 people saying it looks good. Okay, cool. Just, let me know at any time. Let me know if it's like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? I can't even hear you, or I can't hear this, or I can't hear that. Like, yeah, let me know. All right, so back to this. Yes, that was super convenient to have a little box and have it all in there and stuff. But, you might have guessed that I ended up getting like a lot more stuff later on. So I wasn't able to keep it all in that box anymore. The magnets are still over there, but I don't really do tons of magnet stuff too much anymore. Got the Rep Lite recently, so that's kind of, gotten the magnets out a little bit more. But what I ended up upgrading to is actually pretty cool. So I don't even know if it's going to fit on screen, but so these, I just got them off Amazon. I got them off Amazon and they came as a pair. It came as 2. So it's just a toolbox thing. Like it's just this like compartment sort of toolbox thing, and you can like change out where things go. And this is my spinner one. So this has like everything like to change out spinner bearings and just bearings and beautiful stuff. This is all ones that are either dead or need to be super cleaned. So I keep those there. And it's just so much cooler and better to have like this organized sort of space. And that's all spinner stuff. Then let's close again. Then I have the slider one. So it was super convenient that they came as 2 because I was like, I basically just do spinners and sliders mainly. So yeah, wrap parts. Just threw the new wrap light parts in there and a little bit of silly putty for cleaning off stuff from your wraps. You always got to keep it in a sealed container or it goes dry. Yeah, so that was where I was getting at with that short. We watched it anyway, even though there's really no fidgets in it, just because it is a good segue for that. All right. What we got next? Maybe this one actually has a fidget in it. So here we go. 1,710 views. The snappiest wrapped I ever did. Snap. Oh, man. I'm getting hypnotized by that. The fresh plate sound when it ladders. So this is an Ultim wrapped, a V1 Ultim, and it is no longer in my collection. I don't know if any of you... Yes, Michael, the one that died. And I mean, we could say it died, but I should really kind of just, admit it. And like, I killed it. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was trying to, make it better, and I killed it. So, sorry, just another note. Okay. Yeah. So this one died. And, unfortunately I don't have it anymore. It was my dad's because I gave it to my dad. And then he came back from a trip and he's using it in front of me. No, he told me on the trip that he had, it had fallen apart. One of the things just burst open because the screw came loose. So I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be so smart. And I will go ahead and I will put super glue in the hole, and that'll keep it in. Oh my fucking God. Don't put super glue on Ultim. Like, it expanded and it just made where the screws go in literally crack. And it lasted like another day and then it just blew up again. And it was completely destroyed. The best part was that in the end, I contacted Jonas and I was like, this sucks so hard. My dad's going on a trip again at this time. Can you get me just a body, like a bronze wrapped body? I already have the plates. And he did. He delivered. Got like just the bronze body made and sent it to me. And it was like, it was perfect. So yeah, that one's dead. And it was great. There's something very deep in like the way those clicks worked with the Ultim. I don't know if you guys think I'm being crazy or if I sound like weird if I say that sometimes there's like a soul to a click, like this deep sort of pop, like, I don't know. It was good that way. And some of them just don't have that when they were super light. So yeah, that one was great, but that one's gone. Anyway, my dad still has the plates, but he's like living in Mexico now or something like that, just hanging out. Lucky bastard. All right. What we got next? Oh, next one up. ASMR Fidget Gems Part 1, 2,349 views. Okay, yeah, this is kind of cool, I think. Deep fried dough stick, metal toys. Ooh. And this is all before I had mics. This is all just getting filmed on a freaking phone. So to me now, this sounds horrible. There's the Ultim wrapped again. Oh, that slide noise. Love that. Compiform V3? V3. Rhythm by Mott. That was a weird fidget. It's actually really hard to do this part, going around like that. And then I didn't do the second part because it's so hard to do. All right. So, which one's there that I did? The deep fried dough stick? No, it's gone. It was so good. It was so good for like V3 Labyrinth, the best design. It is the best design. Thank you. Yeah, that was the one I wanted and I got it. And yeah, so, but deep fried dough stick, it was great. It's just, why did I get rid of it eventually? I just wasn't picking it up because I think I find with a lot of like mechanical and like fidget metal toys, DZ stuff, the play isn't like dynamic enough. You're just like, it's just back and forth, this. And then that was cool because you could flip it. But something like, say, the freaking bubble, like the top B, you're just back and forth. That's it. And it's like, okay, well, now what? And some people like it. Some people like it. It's great. It's fine. Love it. Go with it. No problem with that. There's no wrong way to fidget. But yeah, it just didn't do it for me in the end. And yeah, I sold it a while ago. So then we know what happened to the Ultim Wrapped. And then the V3 is still here. It's made it. It's made it through the test of time. Where is it? This little boy right here. So, oh my God, it's so fucking loud. Holy shit. It can't leave. There's just something about it. It's like, I've had other Compiform stuff. I had a V2 Argyle, like the track slider one. I think that's what that one's called. And the V3, this one is the free floater. And goddamn, like the way those plates sound, like, is kind of what makes it stay. V1.1. Thank you. Thank you, Ollie. V1.1 track slider. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, where was the V2 then? I guess, I don't know. I don't know everything about Compiform kind of thing. I find it really loud. Like, really loud. It's one of those ones where, like, you can kind of quiet it down, but holy shit. Like, it's like, it is a loud fidget. And you really need to have the space and maybe the kind of partner that like really likes loud, annoying crap. I don't know who has that partner, but it's not mine. V2 had weak magnet, small run. Okay, got it right. That's what I thought. I thought it was a weaker magnet one. Yeah, no, the stronger magnets in the V3, I've been told, are very, very stellar and the ones you really want to look out for. But yeah, I just saw that labyrinth design and I had to have that. So my kind of thought is like, sure, I have favorite fidgets like wraps and stuff and collectors that I get more of things from, but Compiform is so huge and so present and stuff that I got to have at least one. I got to have at least one thing that I really like from that, maker. So right now it is currently my only Compiform. And I think it's pretty cool only Compiform to have. There we go. So, put that one back. And yeah. Oh, so much talking. I'm so thirsty today. All right, what up next? So we were... Okay, good. You can see we were at there. And then the next ASMR, Koi Mega 2000. So not doing it. Shiny Clicks. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Let's see. Don't shoot shorts there very much anymore. Used to always go to this spot near my place at night. Yeah. So that is the bronze wrapped. Bronze super step solid. And man, that's like it's got to be one of the best like beater sliders that I've ever found. And it's still here, of course. So it stood the test of time. It's a hard one to get rid of. To be honest, I have thought about it before because I don't use it as much as other ones. It used to be my like absolute go-to all the time. But yeah, it's let's see if I can show you the finish on this. If I can zoom in a bit. Oh yeah, check this out. So people would sometimes ask me about like the finish on this and be like, how'd you get that? And they hate hearing about how I did it because I basically like threw it in the street a bunch. Like I stonewashed it myself, like so ghetto style, in a bucket of rocks with like water and a little dish soap, and just like shook it around. And then was like, yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to get it to like scratch because it's bronze, pretty tough. So then I was like, I don't know, maybe I'll just like, throw it on concrete. And I did. I literally I threw it down the street. Such an asshole. But I don't know. I think it worked out. And then after that, I took like some very high sanding paper and like put this like more of like a polish on it. But then all the deeper parts like stayed. I like to call it my heirloom finish. I think it looks like an antique now, even though it's like, I think it's only like a year old or maybe a little more than that. But yeah. What are you saying, Michael? You trying to get my fidgets? If you decide to get rid of it, I know someone who's looking. Oh, okay, yeah. I know someone else who's looking too. Probably hundreds of people. That's the thing about these things. It's like, yeah, you can like. It's funny, like when you think about how you could just post one of these, like some of these fidgets, you can just post it, and then be like, all right, let's wait about 30 seconds, and yeah, there comes the PMs, right? It's funny. It's a funny collecting hobby that way. Anyway, yeah. This one I've got it different than it was in the video. Obviously you can hear it's like crunchy now. I don't know why this thing just ended up staying like my cruncher wrapped. And yeah, I don't know. I just can't seem to stop. It just works. It's got half all hybrid in there, and then half just all medium magnets, and then rubber dampeners, rubber spacers instead of the foam dampeners, and that's it. And it just, really nice. Love it. Yeah. So that one stayed. I should probably get, let me like do this. Let's like keep out all the ones that have like stood the test of time, and we'll keep them all there. Steve Maddies. Oh, didn't I just see you? You just commented about when I was talking about when we were, when I was going to, it's good that you made it because I'm the lucky one. My wife doesn't mind the loud clinks. Oh my God. Really? Wow. Only when she's asleep next to me on the sofa, I use a silent 3D printed fidget. Wow, dude, you are that is a, what's the word? Like just, that's rare. She sleeps a lot. My wife does the exact opposite. She almost never sleeps. She has like horrible insomnia. So yeah. Oh, Super E, Ethan, you selling your bronze, huh? Gotta get that grail. Gotta get that grail. TT virus. Getting staticky feedback. Anyone else getting staticky feedback? Stuff like that? Let me know. Don't want that. I'd like you guys to have it good. Okay, cool. We'll keep going then. Yeah, I mean, like, I can check it. Like, it's kind of cool. Like, when I have this live, I can go onto YouTube and like watch my own live stream and like see the lag between it and stuff, and like do something, and then watch myself like wait a few seconds and stuff. So I can check it, and it's I find it's always the quality while live is a little bit degraded kind of thing, just because it's actually streaming live. But this is being done in 1080p, so you should be able to select that. And yeah, and it's always better after for some reason. YouTube makes it better when it's after the fact and you go and watch it. All right, let's do another one. What we got here? Where were we? We were there. We did shiny clicks. Okay. Here we go. 1,040 views. Loud and proud. Yeah, this is this one. Okay. Yeah. Somebody explain what this one. Holy fuck. Jesus. Loud in my headphones. Okay. So, yeah. So, my wife is a building manager of the apartment building I live in, and there was an empty apartment at one point. And I was able to go in there, and I was like, I'm going to shoot some fidget shorts, because that'd be fun. Holy crap, they're loud. Like, yes, that one is, yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I should try to give you sound warnings next time I do one. I'll try to remember. Yeah, so that was really loud. So that was the first, I want to say that's the first wrap that has a resin inlay. So that was, it's not in my collection anymore. I'll explain why. That was the first time that I was like trying out doing taking resin. Like I was going to oh god, what was those guys called? Dank Blanks. So Dank Blanks on Facebook. He makes just resin blanks, right? Gorgeous, just fucking amazing resin blanks. And it's kind of hard to get him. He just drops them, and you got to be like, I'm in, I want it, go, and you might get it. And I managed to get a full one of this stuff and talked to Jonas about it and said, can that be an inlay? Can that work? And he's like, as long as it's machinable, we can try. You know, the worst thing that happens is you send it to me and then it doesn't work. I'm like, okay, well, let's do it. Let's try it. So I sent it and it worked and it was great. And eventually, like, I regret that one. I know where it is. It's still in Canada. I know who has it. But I regret selling that one, I guess, just because I don't know, I kind of like conceived that one. Like I thought of it, I made it. And it was kind of a time where you're like, I don't know, you got to make these hard choices. You guys know what I mean, right? You're like sitting there, you're going like, oh man, I want this and this. And I was looking at my whole wrap collection going, what really fits together, like color scheme wise. And that one wasn't really like fitting with everything else. And I realized that one was just this random resin blank that I had bought and didn't really get to like pick the colors so much. I just wanted to have something to test. So inevitably I sold it. But yeah, still in Canada. That's good. So yeah. Yes, that's what's happening with my bronze. Yeah, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. But I haven't sold anything. I just no lag, buffering, static feedback on my sad old cell. How odd. Interesting. Well, I'm sorry that you're getting weird stuff there. Like I said before, anyone feels like it's just absolutely unwatchable, let me know. I can try to do something else. Yeah, so that one's gone. That one's gone, but it was good. So in that one, I believe I just had hybrid. That one worked so well with rubber spacers. I remember it was just hybrid aluminum rubber spacers. And for some reason, the crunch on that was just great. So that was a fun one. It's only happening on my other cell, my old cell. Bunny is my wife, by the way, everyone. So she's in the other room, kind of like, checking on the quality. She's very, very concerned about the quality here. So my other self, got so many goddamn cell phones now. So she keeps them all alive. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. We're going to keep going though. All right. So let's do, next one right there. Oh, precise and clean clicks and pops. This one might be a little loud. It is in an echoey room, but it's definitely not as loud as that other one. And it features a fidget that I regret selling. So copper body, black linen micarta inlay, SGI, super groovy inlay, wrapped. First wrapped I ever bought. It's custom. Like, so tight. Yeah, that was a pretty cool video. I like it. It's not here anymore, and I do regret that. I wish I hadn't. Back in the day, I've had to get rid of my very first wrapped, and that's what it was. Is that one right there? Tight is the word. Yes. Getting ready to catch. In fact, getting ready to catch Mr. Fidget. Didn't this one just sell on the? Whoa, Jesus. Just threw a Fruit Loop at me. Thank you. Thank you. Good. I have a Fruit Loop now. Okay, a little snack for later.
My aim is perfect.
It was pretty good. Thank you. Thank you for not hitting me in the head.
I was aiming for your left.
Okay, well, it worked. So didn't this one just sell on the market? That's okay. So who are you talking about? Oh, you're gonna like gossip here? Are you talking about like, because I've seen some of them and some of them are like similar. And this one frustrates me because I can't get it back. I actually asked the person that I sold it to. I was like, hey man, it can be cool, like get that back because, I don't know, miss it. It was like, it was actually really good. It was solid and it worked really well. And I want it back. And he was like, oh no, sorry, man. The person that I sold it to wanted to remain anonymous. Didn't want me to know who they were and that they were like, that they had my wrapped or something like that. I'm like, what? Like, I don't really understand like what's going on. Like, it'd be nice to at least like talk to the person and offer them some, trade fodder or something like that. So I don't know. Adrian, I think, I don't know. At first I thought that Pluke Jones had it at one point. But it turned out he was brass bodied and it was one that he had Joey Betancourt, distress or do like a shipwreck finish. And it looked almost exactly the same, but it was a brass body. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Fruit roll up, you turkey, you're freaking turkey. Yeah, I don't know. I miss it. So, consider this me putting out a wanted ad, if you know where my freaking wrapped went, let me know because I want it back. And I got trade fodder. I do. So yeah, I don't know. There it looked like really clean and crisp. By the time I got rid of it, the micarta was like so worn in. It was like this, oh God, that's the thing about resin inlays is that it when your thumbs are like working it and stuff for enough time, it just becomes so soft and it really kind of like develops and shines and stuff. And it's just, I don't know. It's just such a cool thing to break in. I'm really into like micarta. G10 a little less because it's stronger. It's fiberglass and resin, so it doesn't break in as much. But my Carta, which is cloth and resin, and then just straight up resin ones, they're great. I think it's a great inlay for a wrapped, and it's way more affordable, right? Way more affordable than doing something crazy like crystallized titanium or Damascus or something. Thanks, guys. You can help it. I mean, like, don't stress. Like, seriously, don't stress, because it's, long gone. And I don't even think about it much anymore. But, here we are. We watched the short and I'm going, oh, there it is. Oh my God, I want it. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. We all make sacrifices. I got cool stuff, man. I got cool stuff, right? So I got another SGI that I absolutely fucking love. So we good. All right. Let's watch another one. Let's see what we got next. So precise and clean. Oh, the next one up. 1,748 views. High voltage urban clicks. I don't know what I was thinking with that fucking title, but here we go. Not that high voltage. Oh, because it's orange. Danger, high voltage. Right. Again, with the tight. It's like Tuco tight, like Tuco from Breaking Bad. Tuco tight. You know when he goes like tight. It's like that. It's like that. Love it. All right, that is not my collection anymore. But there is a story behind this one that's kind of interesting. You're welcome for the trade fodder term, by the way. Okay, she's talking about Pokemon. My wife wants to explain that I kind of like started using that term because she plays Pokemon a lot and you have to keep Pokemon that are trade fodder for other Pokemon. She used trade fodder all the time. So I started using the term trade fodder for fidgets, but I'm pretty sure that I don't know. I got it from you, baby, but I'm pretty sure other people have used it before. I don't know. That rap made me construction worker vibes. Yeah, tell me about it, because I'm actually a fucking construction worker. So it's kind of funny. I wear orange like that. That's orange G10. That's an orange G10. Fantastic inlay. Ugh, such a good inlay. It's G10 is, again, like I was saying before, it's a resin inlay. It's resin and fiberglass is what G10 is mainly made out of. And it just works so well. It's another thing. It's like the Wrapped was designed, doing these inlays and stuff. It worked out so perfect for Jonas. And I think it was a happy accident that the size of the Wrapped means that you can use knife scales. So when you go buy scales for a knife handle, they're called knife scales. And they're the perfect size to be just a little oversized for the thickness and width and all that stuff. Like any knife scales you find on Etsy or anything like that, as long as they're machinable, they can basically be a Wrapped inlay. So that was kind of a huge thing when I was doing the resin inlay for that other Wrapped, and then people were finding out, oh my God, like knife scales, any knife scales? And I'm like telling people like, basically, yeah, totally, dude. And that's how they're coming to Jonas, like for that G10 and stuff. So this is titanium bodied. It's titanium bodied and it's blackened. So this one kind of has some drama behind it, if I'm being completely honest. Because when I got it secondhand from a guy named Jack. He's not really in the game anymore. He used to have so much stuff. And I can't remember his last name right now. But yeah, I got it from him secondhand. I believe this was actually the Wrapped I got, and I had to sell my first one, the copper bodied one with the black Marcata inlay, because I was convinced I was going to like this one more. So I sold that one to get this one. It arrives, and I guess he hadn't remembered too much about the Wrapped or like what it was made of and stuff. So I get it, and I'm like, this is titanium? I was like, what the fuck? fuck is going on? Like, it looks like zirconium. It was so black. So I open it up and I look inside. And as you can see, this is what you would call an SSI, a super stepped inlay wrapped, all right? The step because of the pattern on there. And I open it up and I look inside and it says super groovy inlay. So groovy is the other pattern of like the last one there of my first one where it's, the lines. So I'm going, that's weird. So I'm like, okay, I have jack-o'-lantern. Yeah. Sorry, I'll look at chat here. Your quality control work for this live is done. Okay. Thank you, hon. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping out. So I'm telling Jonas, I'm like, I got to ask him about this. So I contact Jonas and I say, okay, I got this wrapped. Looks like this. What do you think this is made of? And he's like, I don't know. It looks like Zerk because he made so many of them. Right. So I'm like, your SSS box came with an SGS box straight from Jonas. That could just be like a, clerical error, signing error, something like that. Put it in the wrong box. He's one guy, doing that kind of thing. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but in this case, I found out that it was indeed titanium, and it was the last titanium one he was ever going to try to blacken. He said that he had only charged an extra $50 to blacken this thing, and it took so long that it was like it was not worth his time at all. And then the finish wasn't even quite consistent. And like, we can't see in this video really, but like if I had it, I knew exactly the spot he was talking about. You could see this like sort of spot on the side where it was like just not quite as dark as it was on the other ones. And it was like, okay, whatever. So he wasn't happy with the finish. But this Jack guy had insisted, I want it blackened. I want titanium blackened. And he's like, it's so hard to blacken. So he was like, I'm never doing blackened titanium like that again. I'm not doing it. It's not worth it. I'm done. So I had this like titanium wrapped, but then with never being blackened again on the inside, it's got the wrong like engraving. And I'm like, what's going on with that? He's like, oh my God. He's like, who did you get it from? And like, Jack. And he's like, I'm going to contact him. And he says that he had like talked to him and asked him, and then he comes back and tells me what's going on. Basically, what had happened was Jack hadn't been able to decide what inlay he wanted. So he wanted him to send him two different bodies with different like inlays of the same like groovy. So he would have sent him like a groovy body and then like two different groovy inlays. So he could decide which groovy inlay he wanted in that body that was labeled as a groovy. And then he sent him like a stepped body with two different stepped inlays so he could decide which one he wanted to put in. And he provided like the adhesive and all this stuff so he could put it in himself. Lo and behold, even though he said, I promise that I will keep the, the stepped in the stepped one and the groovy bodied one, he went ahead and put a stepped inlay in one of the ones labeled as a groovy body. So that in turn made Jonas go, I am never giving people that option again. It just doesn't work. It's not something I like. He didn't like that it was out there in the world like that. It bugged him. So yeah, I traded that one. For a different wrapped that I actually don't have anymore anyway. But pretty sure I know where this wrapped is. I think it's in Canada. I think it's the closest one to me. If he still has it, it's over just in Vancouver across the water from me. So sorry for the long story on that one. That's just that wrapped had a bit of drama behind it. Pyro. One time I received an SSS with no engraving in it at all together. I got one too like that. I got a and this happens sometimes. Like he says, sometimes he just brain farts, right? He's got so many of them. He's got to engrave them all. I got a V1 spiral, a titanium V1 spiral on the secondary. And I open it up and nothing in it. And I go, oh, fuck. Like, do I have a clone or a fake or something like that? So I sent Jonas a little video And immediately, this just proves like how good he is at his job and like how machinists can like, what they know their shit. He looks at the inside and he's like, oh yeah, it's one of mine. I'm like, how do you know? He's like, I can tell from the machining pattern on the inside. That's my machining pattern because you have to program the CNC how you want it to machine out the metal. And he's like, no, I can tell. That's mine. He's like, sorry about that. I mean, I guess I forgot, but that's definitely mine. And that's a real wrapped. I was like, oh, cool. All right, moving on. So high voltage. So that one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. Oh, these are cool. Yeah. Okay. It gets better the more I listen. Got a mic now. Playing out with a mic. Ooh. Ugh. Some people, that is ASMR truly dream stuff. Oh, love it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this one. So yeah, we know what happened to that one. It's gone. It's died, right? But yeah, playing with mics. Finally got so that says like condenser mic. And I was playing with it and seeing what could happen. Unfortunately, condenser mics pick up everything. So you're like listening to a cat fountain in the background as well and stuff, which is like, I don't know, cool. It's watery. It's relaxing. Water fountain and clicks. So good. And then the next one that I saw in the list there, that one also got about same. So we got to look at that. And that's with the bronze one. So we might have to watch this one a couple times. You got to hear something. Listen to the laddering noises. You hear that? It's like... I don't know how to describe it. It's like... So, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's like this weird sort of... like almost like a hollow sort of like... echoey thing going on there. And that I found was because in that one at that time, I believe there was plastic inserts in there. And for some reason, the plastic inserts, and it either had rubber spacers or nothing. I can't remember. But it was just making like the weirdest noise. And it's just an example of the fact that the Wrapped is so dynamic in the way, because you don't even notice it when you first get a Wrapped, and then you used to get more Wraps and try to play out with more like, configurations, and you realize that it's like it one configuration does not work the same way in every one. It depends on the material of the Wrapped, which Wrapped it is. Like it's just they're so unique in that way. And this is just kind of an example of that I never got that sound out of any other Wrapped ever again. This like weird sort of like deep echoing sort of, and only when it was like flipping on the laddering. So, okay. What time is it? We got time for more. We're going to go about an hour. Hour seems good. We'll get as many as we can get done in an hour. And then, yeah, we'll remember where we left off. And if you guys like these things, you let me know. And we can keep going. I'm looking at more in another one. All right. I should have tried this magnet combo sooner. All of these ones are just the same. Ooh, rainy day. Yeah. I can't remember what the magnet thing was. I have no idea. It was good though. It was tight. it was rocking. You know what it probably was? It was probably half strong and half medium. It could have been that. It was probably half all strong magnets, half all medium. For some reason, it works. All right, let's find one next here. Ultim 8 wrap. You know, like we can watch it, but we know what happened to this damn thing. And then, so that's what I didn't mention in the other one with the microphone. So what's going on with this one right now is that I put aluminum inserts in it with rubber spacers. And that really did provide an interesting sort of crunch, as you can hear in that. So, oh, here we go. Little 3D printed stuff. Rapid EDC, the mesh slider, I believe. Yeah, Alex over at Rapid EDC. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's that. Such a cool fidget. It's still with me. It's here. It's actually still here. And it's only here because my stepson kind of really liked it. So he sort of always has it in his room. And I just I just went in there and stole it. He's with his dad right now. So, but yeah, I haven't actually filmed this thing in a long time. What did you say here, Pyro? What trips me out about fidgets is even if it's the same model, same inserts, each one sounds and feels slightly different. I found that, yeah, you're 100% right. It literally, and I find you get better and better at that when you have had like more fidgets in your hands and you're actually able to like tell those differences. But to someone that just, you know, a layman off the street, they'd be like, no, it's the same. I don't know what you're talking about. And you'd be like, don't you hear that? Don't you hear that? Can't you feel that? Wait. It's speaking to me. I can, wait. Like, it's that kind of thing. But yeah, Rapid EDC. He doesn't really get the time to make too much stuff anymore. He has some troubles with his health every once in a while. But when he does make stuff, it's really good. And I know I saw a post by him recently. And he was going to release another slider that looked pretty cool. Very organic kind of shape, and I liked it. But yeah, the only like square slider I think I ever got. But you can get a pretty good flow going with it. Magnets aren't too strong, which is great. That's why you can do that thing, because you can just pinch and move it like that. But yeah, all 3D printed. Cool little guy. Still hanging out, still kicking around. Okay. Let's do another one. We got time. Let's do it. Okay, 3D printed light. That other one didn't really make it too well. Oh, nothing. Looking for 1,000. Oh, we got to go to the next page. Got to go back one page. And then right down to the bottom. Can't get enough of this flow. 2,123 views. So look at that one. What we got here? Oh, crab. King crab. Yeah. So yeah, Titanium King Crab from Magnus. Unfortunately not with me anymore. Had to sell that one to move on to other stuff. Plus the Verk's better. So the Verk's I think the Verk's the most organic and best kind of Magnus one that's out there. And you know, Magnus didn't even fully design it, right? It's part Anthony Cladis. So I just think that one's great. And I think I swapped that one out sort of around the time and replaced it with that. Do you use the wrapped light without the spacers already? And did you like it? I like some crunch, but still waiting for mine, so I don't know yet. If you watch my live stream when I unbox it, you'll see I did take them out, and I think I think the crunch is really good. I found it quite exciting at the time. Yeah, I think I freaked out a little bit. I don't know. I've put it back in since because it just means I can use it around my wife more. But it is it's not a very overpowering crunch. Like I would consider something like this one a really sort of overpowering crunch. It's like every time it's got a lot going on there, right? But yeah, it's a little bit lighter. Unfortunately, I don't have it with the spacers out right now, so I'm not going to rip it apart right now and show that. But you can go and watch the live stream I did where I opened it up, and then you can hear what that sounds like. I liked it. What are we looking at here? Right. So the king crab. So that's titanium king crab. It's got Teflon plates in it. One side was taped, and that is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I call that like, where's a good fidget to do that with? Because that one worked really well with that. Yeah, screw it. The wrapped light's actually really good for doing that kind of stuff. So I was sitting around like, learning how to do the sextant slide like that and kind of getting it perfected. But then I thought to myself, I was like, how can I make that so I don't have to keep setting it up every time? I didn't like how I had to go that and go up like that. I wanted like a full sort of flow of it. So then, quick little move tutorial here. So what I came up with is that it's up and then you do the slide and then it's there. So one more time is like you're there at the ending of the sextant slide and it's in and over. And then it's just a back ladder and you're already back up to do the sextant slide again. And then you can go that way. Yeah. So that's kind of what I came up with. And then I just like got it going really fast. And it's just, I don't know, it's fun. Couldn't get enough of that flow. That was the whole point of that short. And that king crab, man, for some reason, it was like so easy to do that back in the day. With that one, it was like just something about the combo of the magnets and how it all worked. It was easiest. It was the easiest way to do it. Anyway, one of the plates in my wrap has an imbalance. So yeah, they are done in a press, right? I let Joe know, and he said it comes with the nature of the manufacturing. It does. It does indeed. It's not a precision manufactured plate. All the other slide plates, they are machined out of a round like block of stainless steel, right? It's like, it'll be like, he'll get it as thick as he needs. And there's this big round thing. And then it gets precision 3D machined all on one side. And then he has to flip the piece over and it has to do the whole other side. And then it still has the round part of it like all around. And then he has to go with the bandsaw and cut off the edges and then polish that and everything like that, right? Whereas these plates are lasered out of sheet metal, right? And then I don't know if you've seen the videos of him doing it on the Modusworks group, but he's taking these pieces before they're bent, putting them in a die. It's a little mold that fits them perfectly, and then got this press that comes down and punches them, right? So it is just the nature of it. And the best part is that like I wouldn't worry about it too much because it's one of those things where like you can like even these ones, you can bend them around. It'll happen to these ones sometimes, right? Where even though they're precision machined, you'll have ones that like sometimes they don't quite sit perfectly even. You'll have something where it'll be a high side. Some people will complain about that sometimes. And that's literally a solution of like you can take the plate off and you can sort of like torque it and twist it, and you can basically make it work fine, right? If you have a flat surface, you'll move it and then put it down on the flat surface and test on the corners to see if it's like rocking anywhere. and then put it back on the wrapped and then you see if it works. And there's been so many people that have fixed it that way, right? And to be honest with you, it's really funny when I talk to Jonas about that because he's like, I could show people how I'll fix it, but I don't think they're going to like it too much. I'm like, what do you mean? Are you going to take a... Well, he's basically going to hammer it. He's going to take a hammer and just like hammer the damn thing. Yeah. I'll let you know, it's still better than most of my sliders. I've been fucking loving this light more than I thought I would. It's when the plates like broke in that, oh man, and you can't get them to break in. Like in my unboxing, I tried like putting some 600 grit sandpaper on there, take some of the stone wash off. Didn't even really work. The only thing that seems to work is just using it. And then there's just this... Oh yeah, you like Jonas's accent? Well, he's from Alabama, right? So he's got a bit of an Alabama accent. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, great. I'm loving it so far. I will do another review on this, another live stream review, and we'll talk about it more. These plates are something else. Who would have thought sheet metal would be so good, right? It's yeah. No, he's what he's done is he's gone, okay, you want something with those haptics and that feel and the customization of a V2, but I can't make these fast enough. They take so long to make, right? How can I get you exactly the same, in my opinion, and sometimes better in some ways, the same haptics, customization, and like slide feel and ease as the V2, but in a super cheap way? Well, the answer is get his hands off of the material as much as possible. I don't know if anyone works in trades here. I do. Labor is the most costly thing. So when you get your hands on anything and start, polishing things or sanding things or doing stuff like that, fuck, the price goes up, right? So when you can get something where it's like, nope, take a sheet of sheet metal, lay it down in front of the laser, and just shoot it all out. Great, pieces, done. Didn't even really have to touch it. Put all the pieces there. Throw them in a press. Boom, boom, right? That's one of the labor-intensive things. He has to do the press by hand, okay? But still, doesn't have to touch them. After, they all just go into the stone washing machine. Then they come out. They're not sharp. They're done, right? And then these are the only things that are being made on the CNC now, right? The inserts are all laser cut too. And then they're probably put in the stone wash for a little bit because they're kind of softened up, I noticed. But so much laser cutting with these, right? So he figured it out. He figured out how to get it to a point where it's like, I'm giving you the haptics and the awesome customizations and the sliding and stuff like that. And then here you go. Look, there's a blank slate of stainless steel for you to do whatever you want to do. And he doesn't care. He wants people to mod them. He wants people. He's like, I'm giving you something that you can just make yours. You can make yours. You can mess with it. You can, sand away hot spots if you want. Like if you feel anything on the, plates and stuff, and you're not going to fuck it up. It's not going to ruin it and stuff like that. Unless you just do something really dumb to it. But yeah, I don't know. There'll be more on that in the review later. So I think that's a good point. We've been doing this. Oh, I'm going to read the chats here. I'm getting so hyped. I'm getting so hyped for it. I think the shipping to Belgium. Oh, you're in Belgium. I've been to Belgium. Yes. Will take about 3 weeks. So patience some more. Steve Matties, you should tell. So is Bruges in Belgium? Bruges? Pretty sure Bruges is in Belgium, right? Because I believe I've been to Bruges and Ghent. Probably not saying them right, but I've been to Bruges and Ghent. Those are in Belgium, right? Michael, shop times expensive as jeez. Yes, sure is. 160 and holy fuck. No, I believe it. 160. That's like car dealership an hour cost or something like that. Oh God, it's crazy. All right. So I remember where we left off was the king crab. Okay. That's now. We're going for an hour. I want to do I want to give you guys something. What do I have that I can give away? What do I got? What do I got? Yeah. Okay. Who wants a Verk? I'm give away a Verk. Okay. So this is, I don't even know what version Verk this thing is, but it is one of the more tightened up ones. Like it's pretty good. I haven't really used it that much. 3D printed, Cloud Studios, and I will give it away right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little bit of a game. And first, before I do anything, you should know that I'll cover shipping up to, we'll say like around like 20 USD. So that basically means like if you're in Canada or the US, I'm just gonna ship it to you. Okay. But if you live in like Belgium or something, we're gonna have to like meet halfway. You know, I'll pay like up to like 20 USD, and then we'll figure it out after that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this away, and if you have like 1,000 Verks already, you know, I'm not gonna police it. I'm not gonna say that like, you know, you can't, you know, play and stuff like that. But you know, maybe just think like, hey, I've got 1,000 fucking Verks, and do I need another Verk? Right? Do you need another Verk? Do you? Do you? So, you know, think about that. But that being said, I'm not policing it. It's too hard. So what we are going to do is I'm going to say that the first person to just bring up in chat and tell me what kind of fidget is in the Fidget Nerd logo. First person to tell me that gets this, and go. What kind of fidget is in the Fidget Nerd logo? You don't really need anything special for this. You can go to the YouTube, you can go to my Facebook and see it. Okay, Michael Coco. You won, Michael. You won. You won a Verk. Wrapped SSI. You even gave me the model. Holy fuck. Okay, cool. Great. There you go. Michael has a Verk. Yeah. So I'll figure out. I'll talk to you later, dude. And you're gonna count yourself out. Okay? It's still up. So what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to do something else. So thanks, Michael. Do you want to? I don't know. We could do this. We could do random number generator, or I don't know. It's just us hanging out. Like if like someone just wants to like, you know, let Burning the Daylight get it for his wife, we could be like charitable and stuff like that. But yeah, this has to go to someone. So if Michael's counting himself out, I don't know. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to pick numbers. Because what's a Rajed? Yeah, well, we can't. Unfortunately, Pyro, since you know, Michael Coco kind of gave it away. Oh, you did say Rajed, didn't you? Yeah. Michael says burning. Is that where we're going to do this? This is so quaint. I love it. We're just like sitting here discussing who's going to get it. Typos are fine. I knew what you meant. You said SSI too. So I knew exactly what you meant. Plus you gave me the model. So, you know, it is an SSI. And then Pyro, you were the one that did say wrapped. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it guys up. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Are we giving it to Burning the Daylight's wife? Are we gonna try to get some more wives into fidgets here? I think that's kind of like, isn't that kind of like our duty, is to try to get like our wives into fidgets? I ordered a light for myself. My wife was so jealous and was looking into the Verk for herself. Oh, come on, guy. We gotta, I don't know. Okay, I'm taking veto. Sold. We're giving it to Burning the Daylight's wife. Congratulations, Burning the Daylight. We'll keep in touch. Do you know how to contact me on Facebook? Zachary Butcher. You can look up this is a fan of the texture of it. It's great. It's so good because it fits your freaking thumb. That's the genius of it. You can contact me on Facebook. Okay, do that. That's easiest, and then we can just talk about it later. Okay? Awesome. That's great. I'm glad that it's going to someone that wanted it like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. Sent to me at Work and Trades as a apprentice electrician in Canada. I can't afford it. Okay, we already did it. We already did it. Yeah, I work in trades in Canada too. I'm not an apprentice anymore, but yeah, I feel you. But PO, just remember, I got some stuff up there. I got some stuff up there I can give away. So I'm going to try to do this like almost every live stream. I'll do a little bit of a giveaway at the end. All right. And I'll find different ways to do it and make it fair and stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, Pyro. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, I'm going to try to do this every Sunday. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, please, go ahead, do that. It helps me out. Yeah, if you liked this kind of format with the throwback to the things and just hanging out and talking about this stuff, let me know in the comments as well. And then we can do more. We can pick up where we left off and we can keep looking at more of my past shorts. And it just brings up good conversation. I just think it's kind of like, it's nice. Oh, Michael Coco, I can send something for PO. Well, we're all so nice, aren't we? Look at us. I love this. Look at us. Look at us, guys. That's good. This is a big family. This is so perfect. Okay. Well, yeah. Like I was saying, if you like that stuff, let me know in the comments. And yeah, we can do more of them. I think I'm going to try to do these every Sunday. My deal is that I'm Pacific time. So that is 3 hours before Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time is just usually easiest to use because that's where New York is, right? And the Avengers live there. So Eastern Standard Time it is. So yeah, I've just kind of been going with that for saying what the time is. And yeah, I'm thinking next Sunday, I think there might be a boxing coming up, but if not, I've got so many ideas. So it'll always be something to do. There will always be something to do. Anyone to contact you, Michael? I don't want to leave until you guys figure that out. You guys got that all sorted? You guys can probably do it in the comments and all that stuff. Facebook Messenger. Yeah, he's Michael Coco on Facebook Messenger. Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys have been great. You're all freaking nerds, and I love you all. And I'll see you next Sunday. Toodles.